everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. This is only a 2200 point battle because I'm doing some more Rock Wars GT prep. It's Lord Tremendous of the Warriors of Chaos, that's me, versus Death Holy Death of the Dark Elves. Yep. We're still practicing, getting ready to do the Rock Wars GT thing. It is an older game, July. I've been traveling for work, so it's been a little hectic. I'm in a hotel room right now actually recording this, so see, dedicated to my subscribers. That's the way Lord Tremendous rolls.
Assemble the army!
Here's my list. It's the Rock Wars GT list. If you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times because I've played it a few times. I have my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous. He's got the Marquezine. She's level 4 Wizard, Chaos Armor, Charm Shield, Dragon Bane Gem, other Tricksters, Shard, Soul Feeder, Flaming Wrist, Scaled Skin, and Allure Metal. My hero choices are my Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth. She's got the Marquezine. She's got a Halberd, Chaos Steed, BSB, Helm of Many Eyes, Dawnstone, and Poisonous Slime. Last but not least is my Exalted Hero, Catastrophe, with the Marquezine, Demonic Mount, Halberd, Shield, Talisman of Preservation, and the Third Eye of Tzeentch. My core choices consist of 5 Chaos Warhounds, the Khorne Dogs. They're completely naked. 18 Chaos Warriors, the Reavers of Ulthuan, with the Mark of Khorne, Halberds, Full Command, and Banner of Rage. And of course, my 15 Forsaken Khorne's Forgotten, with the Mark of Khorne. Go figure. My special choice consists of 5 Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with the Marquezine, Ensorcelled Weapons, Banner Musician, and Standard of Discipline. And my rare choice, which is the one, the only, Snuffleupagus, my Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list, Death's list changed slightly for, we were playing, he's made some changes, swapped some things around or whatnot, and I didn't get a copy of his list. We were so excited to play, I kind of forgot to do my civic duty of actually getting a copy of his new list, cause I'm awesome. I just wasn't thinking about it. I apologize. For the most part, you guys know what his characters are pretty much going to look like. You'll see. But yeah, I screwed up. But on the flip side, though, I don't know if anybody here watches the Tremendous Tall Tales. If you do, awesome. Thank you. If not, what the hell is wrong with you? You should go check it out. But what you have in the background here is the fan art for Death Holy Death's character in my little D&D campaign that I do session reports on, narrative reports on, with the Tremendous Tall Tales. So yeah, very cool. Appreciate the fan art, and I hope I get some more, because this is really well done. That's enough of that, because here are my spells, 4 from Metal, and of course 1 from the Beast, but whatever. And here are my opponent's spells. Looks like 4 from the Lore of Shadow, and yeah, it looks like a couple for his Warlocks. Yeah, he brought the Warlocks back. I know, you've all been wondering where the hell they went. Well, they were on hiatus, and now they're back, and ugh. Here's deployment, and for the most part, it's my standard formation. I have the Beast on the left flank. His job was to harass the Warlocks. With a little luck, I'd be able to get them to all die. They have a 50-50 chance of getting rid of any damage they take from his wounds, but they're still toughness 3, so I'll take it. Meanwhile, I have Catastrophe lined up to hit them if they're so foolish as to give me that charge. The Forsaken, we're going to go after the Corsairs, because that was a fight I believe I could win. My Demon Prince was going to go after the Witch Elves, because I figured if I could get the charge off on the Witch Elves, I'd be able to kill them. With the other Trickster Shard and everything like that, the hope was to just myrtlate them. My Khorne Warriors and my Dogs, the Dogs are going to try to redirect. He's got, what are they? They're not the Witch Elves, they're the other ones, the Sisters of Slaughter or something like that. That unit right next to our right of the Witch Elves unit in the middle there. Sisters of Slaughter, I think, are what they're called. The hope was that the Dogs could redirect the witches so I could get a flank charge on them with either my Knights or my Khorne Warriors, because I was really afraid of them. I know what they can do. I've seen them. I've never fought against them personally, but I've seen other people fight against them, and I was real nervous about fighting them. So I figured the Khorne Warriors and the Tzeentch Knights with Lady Elizabeth slamming into their flanks, one of them slamming into the flanks, should be enough for me to kill them. But that was the plan on that end. And so yeah, that's why I deployed this way. It seemed like a good idea. Here's Death's right flank, which consists of his Warlocks. And here is his center. From left to right, our left, are his Corsairs with, I believe, his level 4 wizard installed. In the middle there are his, patented unit of witch elves with a death hag on a cauldron in there. I don't believe there's any other characters in there. Next to them, the Sisters of Slaughter. Lydia is in there, his general, and I don't know where his BSB is in this one. He's in one of these units. I just can't remember which. And here's his left flank, which consists of a unit of Dark Riders and 2 Bolt Throwers, because, he's not a scumbag. As much as you guys might think otherwise, he's not a scumbag. 2 Bolt Throwers, that's actually kind of nice. Here's my right flank, which consists of Lady Elizabeth and her honor guard. And here's my center, which consists of, from right to left, my dogs. Behind them are my Corn Warriors. There's Lord Tremendous in the middle, with my Forsaken and Catastrophe on the left there. And, of course, my left flank, which consists of the Beast. Here's top of 1 after movement, and I got to go first! Yay! Everything moved up. I figured, screw it. I'm going to go get into the fight with these guys as quick as I can. I put the Demon Prince in front of the Forsaken. Kinda nervous. I didn't want the Corsairs or anything to really get a good charge off on them. I didn't want the Witch Elves to charge them. And if the Witch Elves would charge them and make it, that would make a great flank charge for my Corn Warriors. So that was the hope. Other than that, the dogs moved up. I didn't angle them because when I angled them, they were too close to the Witch Elves, and that would have just been terrible. The Knights moved up because I wasn't sure if he was going to charge with the Sisters or not. If he didn't, I was going to charge the Knights into the Bolt Throwers and try to take them out, and then swing them around to either hit the Witch Elves or the Sisters of Slaughter, or whoever made themselves, available. Meanwhile, the Corn Warriors moved up a little bit in case something got a hold of the dogs and overran. Hopefully not enough to actually hit them. So that was the plan. Meanwhile, the Beast moved up behind the forest just because I wanted to avoid as much of the Bolt Thrower shots as I could. Nothing else really happens. My magic phase is easily dispelled. I believe he has a dispel scroll now, and yeah, he was rolling out of a box, and I was rolling inside the box. So what can you do? I wasn't rolling poorly. He was just, average, which is all I really ask for. But I wasn't able to get any of my magic off, and I certainly don't shoot, so we go to bottom of 1 after movement, and here it is. I believe his Sisters of Slaughter charged at my dogs, and they fled. No, it was the Witch Elves that charged at the dogs, and they fled. The Sisters of Slaughter tried to charge my Knights and failed miserably. The Witch Elves, after charging the dogs, redirected into the Demon Prince, failed that one as well. Other than that, there was really no movement. I think the Corsairs backed up a little bit, and that's about it. Nothing really. The Warlocks ran over to my left flank there to try to harass Castash, my Demon Prince, and the Forsaken, and his Dark Riders stayed right where they were because they were going to shoot the Knights. Why not, right? Here's a better shot of the Sisters of Slaughter and the Witch Elves, well, failing the charge at the dogs, and the Sisters of Slaughter failing the charge at the Knights. There's a better picture where my dogs ended up. They're just not having it. I didn't want them to get hit like that. Not yet. I wish I had angled them, but I didn't, so I'm an idiot. What can I tell you? And then here's the better picture of the Witch Elves failing their charge into the Demon Prince when they redirected. During his magic phase, he's able to get Malakos Mystifying Miasma off of my Demon Prince, focused on movement, but he only took 1 away, so it really wasn't enough to stop anything. And then during his shooting phase, the Bolt Throwers each take some shots at my Knights and are able to ping 1, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Could have been a lot worse, right? After all that is said and done, we go over here to top of 2 after movement, and there's been some. My Catastrophe guy, my little exalted hero, he charges at the Corsairs and actually makes it, which was amazing. My Demon Prince charges the Witch Elves because I figured why not. I was hoping that he could take them down relatively easily. Meanwhile, my Knights tried to charge the Bolt Throwers and decided that they were tired. They didn't want to charge, so they took a nap instead, which kind of makes me sick. Now they're Lady Elizabeth is flank charged by the Sisters of Slaughter if they go in. So my Corn Warriors moved up to try to deal with them if they could. I was not happy about the situation. But when am I ever happy about failing a charge, right? Meanwhile, the Forsaken move up just to try to back up either the Demon Prince or Catastrophe, depending, and daring the Warlocks to charge him in the rear. And then the Beast just kind of turns around to face the Warlocks because he wants to melt their faces. Here's a better picture of the failed charge from my Knights into the Bolt Throwers, and I don't remember what I needed, but I think it was like a 7 on 3d6, and I just rolled like butt, so what can you do? And then over here, there's a better shot of my Demon Prince slamming into the witches because I like to hit women. No, I'm kidding. Uh, no, I just figured he would have the best shot of beating them down without them really being able to hurt him a whole lot with Soul Feeder, Flaming Breath, Thunder Stomps, all that other stuff. I figured I could take the unit out and then start dealing with maybe the ladies or the Corsairs or anything else. But once that big brick was destroyed, maybe I could do something cool. I really didn't want to deal with Lydia, and the Corsairs were already being dealt with by Catastrophe, so that was the plan. And then over here, here's Catastrophe slamming into the Corsairs, and his entire job in life was to kill all of them. Whether that was in combat or running them down, I really didn't care. Over here in the magic phase, my beast is able to get his spell off on the warlocks, which was kind of cool. I make them stupid for the rest of the game. And I'm able to actually pick one off, which I felt pretty good about. I won't lie to you. Over here in combat, I kill a decent amount. I think I kill like 7 or 8. Decent amount of Witch Elves. I take no wounds in return. They're not able to do anything to me. And of course, they're steadfast and they make their break check. Over here, the Corsair Unit Champion issues a challenge I have to accept. Well, no, actually, I issue a challenge. He accepts. And I win. I'm able to kill the Corsair. They're steadfast. They stay. I get something for it, but as you can see from the picture, the marker is all glary because, you know, physics or something. And so I have no idea what he got. But he did get an upgrade. I think it was +1 attack, to be honest with you. And that's awesome because it's improving him. So yay. But, you know, now that all the confusion is over with, we go to bottom of 2 after movement. And there's been a little bit. Here I make a terrible, stupid, just, what the hell is wrong with me mistake. His Sisters of Slaughter charge the flank of my knights. And like a moron, I go, I know what I'll do. I'll flee. The idea was that the sisters would end up you know what? I don't even know what the idea was. I'm so disgusted with myself even looking at this picture. I want to just like go and start a fight and just let myself get my butt kicked because it's just unbelievably stupid that I ran from this. But anyway, the Zinj Knights flee, which of course allows the fast cav that were sitting right by the hut. There's no reason I should have missed that. They charge the knights that are already fleeing. The knights continue to flee and are easily ran down by the fast calves. So Lady Elizabeth and the knights get killed because of my ineptitude, stupidity, blind, retarded behavior. I have no excuse other than the fact that I'm a moron. I got nothing else. So yeah, my knights are dead. The Sisters of Slaughter, I think, try to redirect into the Corn Warriors and fail. The Warlocks run over to get behind the Chaos Warriors and the Forsaken and just take their time because I'm a moron. And everything else he has is either in combat or has failed to charge. Or is a bolt thrower and doesn't really want to move. There you go. There's a better picture of my ineptitude and stupidity. Where the Knights used to be, they aren't anymore. They got fled and dead. And there they are, looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I gotta be honest, I don't know. My shoulders are really comfortable, and I like to sit on them. That's all I got. To make matters worse, in the magic phase, he gets Occam's Mind Razor off. It's not even Irresistible Force. He throws 6 dice at it, rolls like a 24, something insane, and I roll every Dispel dice I have at it. And I think I roll like a 12. I mean, it wasn't anywhere close. He gets it off by a mile, and that's where I realized, oh, damn, I'm screwed. Occam's Mind Razor on the Witch Elves. It doesn't get any worse than that. And to make matters worse, I think he got Super Frenzy off on the Witches, so just, playing like raw, stupid butt. During his shooting phase, the bolt throwers take careful aim at the Chaos Warriors and are able to kill 3 of them, which is actually pretty awful, all things considered. But I'll take it because, you know what? I'm not greedy, I'm just needy. Then over here in combat, it actually goes okay. My Demon Prince is able to get a couple of wounds off on them. I think he ends up killing the Death Hag. I'm not 100% on that one. But I did a Death Hag and a Unit Champion. Something happens. But I take a wound. I think I take 2 wounds. I'm able to Soul Feeder one. I lose this combat, though, and that sucks. But I'm unbreakable, so I don't go anywhere, but ugh. And then over here in combat, I kill like 2 or 3 of the Corsairs. I lose this combat, but I stick it out, so that's something at least. So with well, I already know what direction this one's going. We go into top of 3 after movement, and I just kind of get desperate. I charge with the Forsaken at the Corsairs, and like 2 were able to make it into combat. But at least I made the charge. Other than that, the dogs rally, and the Corn Warriors stay where they are at because I didn't think I can make the charge. I should have probably just charged anyway. It didn't really matter, but I'm just making all sorts of terrible decisions in this game, so it is what it is. Meanwhile, the Beast, I should have moved him up. I should have done anything else than just leaving him there. But I do. I leave him there so he can continue to try to whittle away at the Warlocks. Just one big stupid mistake after another. But that's what this game is going to be known as, the Lord Tremendous Big Stupid Mistake. There's a better picture of the Forsaken slamming into the Corsairs. Only one got into base to base because of the way I lined Catastrophe up when I charged the unit. Again, I'm just playing so terrible in this game. I don't deserve the army. It's like eating at my soul just to do the battle report. Over here is a better picture of my dogs rallying, which, yay, I guess. The fast cav are looking right at them. They're screwed. During the magic phase, the Beast is able to get 1 more Warlock with a spell. I think it was, I rolled a 1, so they now cause fear for the rest of the game or something ridiculous. Or maybe they cause stupidity again. They're double stupid, but I don't care. 1 more Warlock dies, but they're immune to psychology thanks to stupidity, so they don't have to take a panic check or anything like that, so yay. Over here, I'm able to get Glittering Robes off on the Corn Warriors, and that was more of just I didn't really know what else to do type of thing. I do get the spell off Irresistible Force, however, and I do a miscast 4, which is just fantastic. However, the dice gods kind of help me out here a little bit. The big old template comes down on the Demon Prince. I'm able to ward save the wound that it does to me because I don't go into the warp, which is outstanding. However, I think about 8 of the Witch Elves die, which is great. And I think even the Chariot takes a wound. I'm not 100% on that one. But yeah, it definitely helps with the amount of attacks coming at the Demon Prince, which is really good considering Occam's Mind Razor is on there. But he's able to, deal some damage with an Irresistible Force spell that could have really screwed him over. So that kind of worked out nice, and I was happy about that. With that all said and done, we go into combat, and yeah, of course the witches cut me down. They do like 12 wounds or something ridiculous, some insane amount, 12, 16, 32. Even with only like a handful of them attacking still, they just face rape me, and that's pretty much it. The Demon Prince gets killed, and that's just the way it goes sometimes when you're playing like raw, chaffed butt. So after crying on the inside, we go to this next fight. And wouldn't you know it, I actually do pretty well. The Forsaken are able to kill, what is it, a handful of them, like with the 2 that can attack. They get armor piercing or something like that with their roll on the chart. But 5 die, 5 Corsairs die, plus charge, rank, and all that. So I'm feeling pretty good. I win this combat, but they actually stick it out, which is a little bit kind of sucky. I think he rolled like a 3 or something like that. He almost rolled Insane Courage, which isn't what he needed. I think he only loses by 4 or 5, but he makes his break check and they stick it out. So awesome. With all that said and done, we go over here to bottom of 3 after movement, and you're looking at it. The Witch Elves, fresh off their kill of a Demon Prince, because yay, they turn to face Catastrophe and the Forsaken because they're really the only threat left on the table. And I believe his Sisters of Slaughters just march straight forward towards the Corn Warriors because there's no reason to charge them with a 2-up armor, so they'll just march up and just kind of force me to charge them next turn because it's not like I have a Demon Prince or a BSB to stop them anymore. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Meanwhile, his fast cav charged dogs because why not? Now he's just mopping up. There's a better picture of his fast cav slamming into the dogs because why not? During this magic phase, Occam's Mind Razor gets off on his Corsairs. Yay, that just sucks. I mean, it's a good spell. The elves need it more than anything else, but I just played this so poorly. So incredibly poorly. I'm actually kind of disgusted with myself. In the combat phase, though, it doesn't go that well for him. I'm actually able to slaughter all but like 4 of the Corsairs, which kind of blows my mind a little bit. Everything that could hit and wound did, but I think my character took a wound, and I obviously lose 4 more Forsaken. But all in all, I was able to ward save everything, and that was actually worked out pretty well. I actually win this combat, but they make their break check yet again, because life isn't fair, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't fair. I honestly don't remember what he needed, but yeah, he made his break check, and they don't break. So, awesome. Then over here in combat, the dogs get just pummeled by the fast cav. Go figure. After all is said and done, we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and not seeing anything else to do, the Warriors charge the Sisters of Slaughter. I mean, that's really the only thing I had left to do. The Beast moves around to kind of look at the Witch Elves and the Corsairs, but I've played him so poorly this game, there's really nowhere for me to go. So I just sit there in the forest and wait, you know, and at this point I'm kind of in damage, you know, damage mitigation, trying to give up as few points as possible. Not that I have a chance. I haven't gotten 1 point from him yet, so this really sucks. There's a better picture of the Corn Warriors slamming into the Sisters of Slaughter, because why not? Everything else is going so well. Magic doesn't exist anymore for me, and neither does shooting, so we go to combat, and wouldn't you know it, wouldn't you mother effing know it, Catastrophe dies. First thing, no hesitation, nothing. He gets 2 wounds put through on him, because F me, that's why. They're able to kill him, no problem. I rolled 2 2s for his ward save, and he's dead. And that's why I don't like that character. Catastrophe, you know, that name will always be in the list because I just like the guy. But that kid out is just terrible. I rely on it too much. That's the reason. Things like this is the reason that my old BSB got thunder stomped into the ground and destroyed. It's because that 3-up ward save is overconfidence making. You know, it's like, oh, cool, he's got a 3-up ward save. He can't be killed. He's awesome. Blah blah blah. And then he dies, and it's like, what the absolute F? It's really frustrating. It really kind of pisses me off. And so, yeah, I'm not doing that to myself anymore. From now on, you know, I'm going to figure out some other characters or whatnot. In my 2,500 point list, you've already seen where I'm going with it. But the Forsaken aren't able to do anything because that life isn't fair. I end up losing this combat by like 2 or something like that, 2 or 3. He's got, I think his BSV is in with the Corsairs, so he's got 2 banners, 2 wounds to my nothing. I lose by 4, and guess what the Forsaken do? Yeah, they break and get run down by 4 Corsairs. Why? Because I don't know why. I've got nothing. I'm just dying on the inside here. And on the outside, as you can see. So, you know, it is what it is. What can you do? So the Forsaken, Catastrophe, and most of my, you know, morale is just vaporized right here. But I'm not a quitter. So we go over to this combat over here against the Sisters of Slaughter, and I think I'm able to kill 3. Meanwhile, they kill like 10. Maybe 11. 4, 8, 9, 10. No, they killed 10, leaving me with 5 warriors left. And in this one, my dice did turn on me a little bit. I did roll like absolute butt. Lydia is in the unit, so she's able to just thunder stomp a whole bunch of stuff. Then the Sisters of Slaughter kick in, and they do a boatload of wounds. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I lose this combat by, oh god, 364. I don't make my break check. However, I do get away. I think he rolls Snake Eyes to pursue me, and my warriors are able to run pretty good. So they get away, and I feel okay about that. But it's his turn next, so we all kind of know what's going to happen. So there it is. We go to bottom of 4 after movement, and if you can believe it, my Corn Warriors, they did get charged by the Sisters again, or you know, by them, and they actually had to flee, and they made it. They actually made it. So I felt pretty good about that. I won't lie to you. They got away, and that's good. But his Fast Cav and his Warlocks run over, or his Fast Cav runs over to just kind of pepper him. And then his Warlocks turn to face the Beast, as well as the Witches and the Corsairs, because there's really nothing left on the table. Yeah, the Elves are wholesale slaughtering my sorry ass. And I kind of deserve it for the way I played. There's a better picture of my Corn Warriors, showing just how good at sprinting they are, which is kind of impressive, got to admit. During the Magic phase, because life's not fair. He gets Doombolt off with absolutely no problem and is able to just thunderstomp the Demon Prince, or the Demon Prince, the Beast, into the ground in the forest, which was nice. The forest protected him for so long that why not use his body to fertilize the forest, corrupt it, twist it, and eventually give birth to a new one. But yeah, that I don't think was his plan. I think he just wanted to kill the Beast and kind of rub it in my face. So. During his shooting phase, everything that can shoot shoots at the Corn Warriors, leaving one guy left. One guy. I've got the musician running around blowing his horn, looking for a way out. And I got bad news for you, brother. There is no way out. So we go to top of 5 after movement, and guess what? I didn't roll Snake Eyes to rally my one remaining Corn Warrior, so he continued to flee. He didn't flee very far, though. Definitely not out of the charge arc of the fast cav, so what can you do? And since I don't have any magic, shooting, combat, or hope, we go in the bottom of 5. And if you can believe it, the fast cav charged the one remaining Corn Warrior and stomp him into the ground. There it is right there. They get a hold of him, and a dramatic effect picture right there with the Corn Warrior, the one remaining guy, the musician no less, getting stomped by fast cav Dark Elves. The same fast cav that ran down Lady Elizabeth and the Knights, killed the dogs, and have finished off the Corn Warriors. And there you go. There's the end of the game. If you look closely, you can see my wounded pride on the table. It's pathetically small, so don't be surprised if it's hard to see. We'll get to the recap in just a minute, because right now it's time for a quick timeout. Hey guys, I know I've already talked to you about this before, but you should really check these pictures out because they were all painted, including my model, by Unleashed Wargaming. And they have their email right up there at the top of the page, and they've also got it down there. They got a YouTube channel. He's working on a website. It's not quite ready yet, but yeah, really, if you get a chance, check these guys out. If you're looking for someone to paint your stuff real good, seriously, check these guys out. Go to his, send him an email, check out his YouTube page. It's really worth your time. It's a phenomenal job. It's quick, it's painless. You don't have to worry about painting your stuff. And soon I'll be running a model that these guys painted for me, and I'm very excited about that. But check out these pictures. Give this guy an email. Check him out on YouTube. Get your models painted by him if you can. It's totally worth it. And tell him Tremendous sent you. So, yeah, as fun as this was, no, actually it was fun, but it was a humiliating defeat for Lord Tremendous. I got tabled. I lost every single model I put on the table. Every last one without exception. The Dark Elves, Death Holy Death, lost nothing. Nada. Not one unit. I got 0 points. I haven't gotten 0 points like ever, and I just got 0 points. So I think Death is cheating, and he's a jerk. I'm kidding. It's good to know that he still has it, though. I thought he was slipping there for a while. I was really getting some easy wins off of him, and then he goes and throws this horse crap at me. What a jerk, huh? It couldn't last forever, though. It was fun. I did enjoy it, but I had this coming. I know I had this coming, and I don't mind. Occam's Mind Razor is a game changer. I know that. He knows that. There are 3-year-olds that know that. And for some reason, when I saw he got the spell, it just didn't click to me that I had to be worried. Because I'm kind of stupid sometimes. It's just kind of my thing. So, yeah, really need to pay closer attention to that from now on, because it got me just face stomped this entire game. And I deserved it. My opponent, Death, he was able to really outplay me in this game, which is apparently the way Cain wants it. And you know what? The hell with Cain and any other elf god. Running with my knights was just a terribly stupid mistake. I really wish I could tell you what my logic train was, but it derailed, set on fire, and exploded. So I really can't go back and analyze it any, because I'm trying to drink the memory away. My miscast on a Demon Prince, that was kind of cool though. I mean, I got Glittering Robes off on the Corn Wars, which was completely useless, but the miscast 4 really kind of worked out for me, which is something that you rarely say. Oh, I miscast 4, I'm so glad I did. That's something that doesn't happen very often. But it did work out in the end. It was kind of neat. I liked the way I vaporized a bunch more witches. Not that I got any points for them whatsoever, but it is what it is. And that mother effing exalted hero with the 3+ ward save, rerolling ones, dies to the Corsairs. Granted, they had, Occam's Mind Razor, but that doesn't affect your damn ward save. I really got to stop setting that kit up and putting it on the table. I know, I mean, I can't change it now. It's at 2,200 points. It's already locked in the list. It is what it is. But man, I cannot wait to just never have to run that character again. And I say that in like 30, battle reports. I'll be running them again because I'm an idiot, but whatever. But all in all, as much as I bitch and moan, it was still a very fun game. We were laughing the whole time. Death may have enjoyed this one a little bit more than the previous games, but, we still had a pretty good time. We were laughing. And every once in a while, you need to get tabled, just so that you know you're still mortal. As much as I try to convince myself otherwise. But still a great opponent, still hate elves, and I'm looking forward to a rematch. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this battle report number 136. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.